And Teddy Atlas welcoming you to a sold-out Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey for our main event of the evening. Boy, and we expect this to be a big night of action. We spoke with both fighters yesterday. Fireworks anticipated here tonight. Let's see. Manny Pacquiao is on his way to the ring. You can see it. Little get to know you here in the opening round scheduled for 10. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand.
Keep it going.
Pacquiao's advantage is in the speed category. He's a mover. He's an elusive target.
Well, his opponent has one advantage. One thing that can take that speed away, that is timing. He better understand that.
Nice block by Marvin Hagler.
Come on, kid.
Great work offensively, landing that combination by Manny Pacquiao. To the belt line he goes with a left hand. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Nice strike after catching one by marvelous Marvin Hagler. Pacquiao's showing you what it takes to be the best in this business. Good, crisp combos. Hagler's defense is paying off now. On the mark with the straight left hand. Sharp and accurate 1-2 by Manny Pacquiao. Marvin Hagler's blocking ability is doing well for him there.
Keep working the body.
Pacquiao's eye is an absolute mess. That cut is really a major issue. Now, if you're his opponent, it's got to be the primary target, right?
Yeah, in a way, but you don't want to get carried away where you're just aiming at one thing. You want to throw your punches. You don't want to go out there now, start chucking for an exact spot there. You get caught up too much in that. If it's going to land, it's going to land in that area, and the damage will be done.
This is the time. We need to outpunch this fucking guy.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway.
That's it. That's it.
So he digs in with a left hand to the body and then places the right. A headshot blocked. Hagler's cut is not looking good at all. I'm getting the sense that this fight could be stopped at any moment.
So the key is where the cut is. When the referee brings the doctor up to look at it, he's going to look at whether or not getting worse will imperil his health down the road.
Scoring with the right hand by Manny Pacquiao. Marvin Hagler, of course, associated with Brockton, Massachusetts, but he was originally from Newark, New Jersey's Central Ward. He was raised by a single mom there, and he was still there in 1967 when there were the Newark riots.
Yeah, you never know how that kind of experience, those kind of things in your life affect you for later on. Readies you for something that you never knew you were going to have to be ready for. In this case, a boxing career.
Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. How about a return to sender with the left hand? What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Manny Pacquiao. Nearly flooring him, the hook by marvelous Marvin Hagler. Very accurate two-punch combo by Manny Pacquiao. 10 seconds to go in this round. Accurate with a straight left. And that's the end of round 2.
All right.
Teddy, let's discuss what's going on right here. His eye is completely swollen shut. What is the concern with the referee in the ringside physician?
Well, right now they're worried about the welfare. You know, not just about tonight, but the future of this fight and what damage he will take now because he can't see correctly. It's their job to protect the fighter.
Good flush, straight left hand. Good work defensively by Marvin Hagler. Plus, he landed that counter punch.
Yeah, and he forced him to punch. He made him, he drew it out of him, and then he timed him beautifully.
Now he's putting his punches together, the combination upstairs. Oh, you see him with the left of the head there?
Keep going.
Marvin Hagler's knowledge of the game is showing through. 3 ways to defend. One of them is to block. He did it there well. He's got a real problem on his hands right now. That cut has worsened to the point where clearly the referee's giving it a look. He's thinking about stopping this fight. Is this the time now, Teddy, where the fighter has to understand that and try to end the fight on his own terms?
Well, it's a catch-22 right now, Joe, because he has to be more defensive-minded. He has to make sure that he doesn't catch any more leather in that area to worsen that cut. But he also has to find some offense to slow this guy down, to give him a reason to start stepping back instead of stepping forward.
Nice work, the left hand to the head. Marvin Hagler is taking a beating. The ref is thinking about stopping this fight.
And this is shocking for a couple reasons. Obviously, Hagler is usually the guy who's on the attack, but with the chin that Hagler has, you don't think you're going to see him in this situation.
Able to get away from that headshot with the block. There's another left hand from him. It seemed like Pacquiao was waiting for a counterpunch opportunity. That time he timed it well, blocked and scored. And the bell rings, signifying the end of the round. Well, if things continue like this is going to be an interesting stretch run of this fight. Beginning of round number 4, Pacquiao's in really what appears to be a dead-even fight on your scorecard, Teddy.
Yeah, it is. And to separate it, if they're going to separate themselves as the night goes on, it's going to come down to the inside. Whoever decides not to make those little silent agreements, you know, you hold me, I won't punch. I hold you, you won't punch. Whoever decides to bring their hands back and do some work on the inner quarters.
Well-targeted counterpunch by Marvin Hagler. Hagler's doing exactly what he told us he would do. Now, he was stunned earlier in this fight, but he's sticking to that game plan.
You know, I like that. You know, I want to see how a guy behaves under pressure. He hasn't panicked, you know. He still believes in his identity, believes in his talents, his abilities, and he's going to stay that way unless the guy convinces him later on.
Watch that.
90 seconds to go in round number 4. Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there are some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
Hagler's mouth is cut. You can see it's getting worse as things progress here. That could be a factor later on. Sets up that right hand with the jab.
Come on, kid, focus.
And a sharp counter punch by Manny Pacquiao. Scored well up top. That's a flush shot, banking away those body shots with the left hand. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by marvelous Marvin Hagler. And that's the end of round 4. Well, we've seen this before, a fighter with a bad cut, and sometimes a fighter that now has a much greater sense of urgency.
Yeah, right now, if he was gambling, if he was in a casino, he's rolling the dice. He's hoping to come up with 7.
Combo lands to the head. Little head knocking with that right hand. In a strange way, now it could create an offensive opportunity. Pacquiao's opponent is drawn to that cut he opened up, but it now could force him to be reckless coming in.
You're exactly right, Joe. You know, if you're the one cut, you have a job to do. You have a responsibility. You know, don't let that throw you off. You know, stay to your game plan. But if you cause the cut, you have something that's a responsibility. Don't get over anxious, like you just said. Don't just start going for broke. And that's exactly what he's doing.
Targeting that straight left hand. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Manny Pacquiao. Targeting that 1-2. And just grabbing onto his opponent. Turns over that hook and he does damage upstairs. Comes right back at him with a left hand. You knew the swelling was bad. Now you see the result. The ref stepping in, stopping this fight. That's a TKO.